Hey everybody, let me show you what I got going on. I got this Dell XPS that came in, and the customer says it's shutting off randomly. Sometimes right away within 10 minutes, sometimes in 30 minutes, and usually under stress. So these are sometimes very difficult to determine because if it doesn't turn off, it doesn't fail. How do we fix it? So here I have my D7 running, and then this keeps right there the uptime. So it's been up and running 21 hours since yesterday. I run a YouTube video there that runs, like a 24-hour video. And then I also ran for over an hour. Took a look at my temperatures. Temperatures max 75, so it's not getting hot. And I also ran my heavy load. It's not running now, but I'm gonna run it. So what heavy load does is it stresses out. You're gonna see all the CPUs right there now on the load of 100. So it stresses out the CPU and also the RAM. You see there in the graph. You got the CPU in red all the way up. You got the orange, which was the GPU, all the way up, and then the RAM, little by little, the RAM starts, cranking up as well. As far as the RAM, I would run a different software, just straight up for RAM if I thought it was a RAM problem, which we'll probably do. And as for the GPU, I could run a straight up GPU as well, but this is cranking up the GPU. So we'll let that run for a while, even though yesterday I already ran it for over an hour. So this is going to be a tough one. It's already been running almost 24 hours. And the problem is, when it does turn off, or at least the times it's turned off, it leaves in the history improper shutdown, but no clue as to, is it a power problem, a RAM problem? Where is it coming from? So sometimes you just can't figure these out. Sometimes it gives us a little clue, and then we're able to dig through and find out. Like in this case here, I was expecting it to already fail. If I get a customer that brings something in and says, well, it fails every couple of days, I'd rather not take it. I'd rather than keep using it so that it fails at least in less than 24 hours. Otherwise, it will be here forever, especially this one here now, for example. I got it on my front counter. I don't want to disconnect it and move it to the back because that starts that whole clock all over, So I've got to leave it here until it does fail to say, okay, it took 2 days to fail. Now, what the customer says is that once it fails the first time, then it kind of, repeats right away. So we'll see, we'll let it run, we'll keep the stress, we'll just leave it here doing its thing. It doesn't get hot. And then hopefully if it does fail, which it has to, hopefully it'll repeat it right afterwards, and then I'm able to basically process of elimination. Process elimination number one is RAM. Well, the RAM could be tested straight up, which maybe I'll wind up doing that. PSU, but the PSU at full blast should fail, on the spot, on demand. GPU. The GPU could be failing, and it, kind of be off and on. But once we stress it, I am going to run a straight up GPU test and see if we get any kind of pixelation or anything like that. So that's what's going on right here, right now at PC 911.